The new jewel of the Pacific Northwest.
The new jewel.
Woo-woo.
Woo-woo. Hi guys, we are now in Southwest. We're always in Southeast. I was about to say Southeast. Southwest Vancouver, and we are near the fort. We are standing outside of the Army Air Corps Pearson Field, right outside of their headquarters. This is the historic headquarters building. And if you see, can you catch this on video, dear? The I-5 bridge. You see it? Just to the left of this building.
Barely.
And then we have 14 right there, which you're always seeing us driving along. So I wanted to read to you about the Shikalev transpolar flight. So on June 20th, in 1937, the world's attention turned to Pearson Airfield when a Russian AN-25 aircraft landed after making the first non-stop flight over the North Pole. The red and gray single-engine aircraft called Stalin's Route carried over 2,000 gallons of fuel and sported a 112-foot wingspan. It was crewed by 3 of the Soviet Union's top airmen, Valery Shikalev, pilot, Georgy, I can't pronounce Russian names, Baidukov, co-pilot, Alexander Belyakov, navigator. Taking off from Moscow on June 17, 1937, and bound for Oakland, California, the aircraft flew almost 65 hours through sub-zero temperatures and thickening ice on its wings before a sudden drop in oil pressure forced them to land at Pearson Field. The unexpected aviators breakfasted. So weird. With Vancouver Barracks commanding officer General George C. Marshall, then faced throngs of journalists, politicians, and curious spectators. They were treated to a month-long tour of the United States that ended in Washington, D.C. at a reception with President Roosevelt. Did you say Roosevelt or Roosevelt?
Roosevelt.
The massive aircraft was dismantled and shipped to Paris for display, then home to Moscow. And this is a photo of the plane. Right here on this very field. And I guess this structure is a commemoration of the event. Hi. So we're back at the Fort Vancouver National Historic Site, and I wanted to read to you a little bit more about these homes here. So it says, just as in many towns and cities of today, people living in the village tended to congregate in cultural groups. According to one employee, there was a street for Canadians, one for Canucks, Hawaiians.
Oh.
It says
Canicus.
Wow. No, that makes me think about that show Frontier. Hawaiians, and one for English and Americans. Even the construction of the dwellings demonstrated the village's cultural diversity, as an employee observed. Some of the houses were built Canadian fashion of 2 or 4 inch planks. Some were built American cottage fashion, framed and weatherboarded. The village consisted of approximately 40 dwellings placed in regular order on each side of the road, according to an American officer. Most of the dwellings were 1 stories and 1 to 3 rooms with several variations of gabled roofs. They were often inhabited by either extended families or more than one family. There were also stable, sheds, and several yards enclosed with fences to separate livestock from gardens. So at one point, pre-Highway 14, we're actually standing right now at the intersection of Highway 14 and I-5. We're about to go over the land bridge, so we'll show you that as well. And it's just a gorgeous warm day. It's 72 degrees out. It's sunny. There's not a... Wait, let me double check. Yeah. No clouds in the sky.
Surely it's raining.
No, it's not raining.
Where are you hiding the rain at? That's what people want to know. Where's all the rain at that I hear about?
So So we are biking through the fort. We're gonna go over the land bridge and we're gonna end up at the Vancouver Waterfront and show you around there as well. So catch you in the next clip. Bye. So we're standing on the peak of the land bridge. We are pretty much over Highway 14 right now. This spot is really cool because you can see views of Pearson Airfield. I'm scared of walks. You can see Mount Hood, Columbia River. You can see the I-5 bridge from here, and you can see downtown Portland through the downtown. We can't see downtown Portland through the trees. But you can also see downtown Vancouver through the trees. And this was built to allow pedestrians to connect Fort Vancouver, the Waterfront Trail in Vancouver. So this connects mainland Vancouver with that waterfront trail, which is really nice. We're about to go down there, go to the waterfront, show you some more. So if you get a chance, it's just a lovely walk on a Saturday afternoon. Great place to take your kids, lots of reading to do, sights to see, great views. Some of the best views of the Columbia for the public would be right here where we're standing. So if you visit, make sure you come check this out. And if you move here, you can add it on your list of things to do on your weekends. All right, so we made it to the waterfront. Let's see if I can get to the There's the I-5 bridge. There's some, oh, sun. That helps a little. There's some residential condos being developed. 40 high-end waterfront condos. I really just wanted to show you guys how cute my little heart thing is on my hat that Jared got me. This is the park. As you can see, it has like amphitheater seating. So you can be, there's a bunch of people who can be sitting out and have a view in the summer of the water and the mountains. We've got these two buildings are apartment buildings.
This is starting better than Tahoe. I'm just saying.
Tahoe, huh? We looked at Tahoe before we moved too. This is the building where you have Wildfin, Whatacatch, you have a Latin restaurant and tequila bar, which is my kind of place. Opening called, what is it called? Dos Solis or something?
See.
And then you have on the building next to it, the twin building, we'll go over there. You have Twiggs Bistro, Maryhill Winery. You have about 6 different wineries down here at the waterfront. If you want to visit one of them, hit us up, we'll go with you. And then you can see the Grant Street Pier right here, which is a suspension pier. And yeah, this is probably one of the most up-and-coming high-end areas, especially in the downtown Vancouver area. You have a lot of development, a lot of restaurants coming in. You have the Yard Milkshake Bar coming, which I'm super excited for. Pop quiz, what's the best flavor of ice cream? It's mint chocolate chip, and you're wrong if you say anything else.
Just chocolate.
No, mint chocolate chip, that's where it's at. Great things on the horizon. So if you live in any of the walkable neighborhoods that a lot of my clients look for, a lot of my clients coming out of town are looking for walkable areas. We'll give you this view for a second. And I've said in some videos, and people still contact me being like, well, some of it has to be walkable. And yes, some of it is, which would be mostly the downtown areas. So you're looking at neighborhoods like Crater Park, Hugh or Huff, I don't know how I'd say it, H-O-U-G-H. Somebody tell me in the comments how it's actually pronounced. Arnada, Shumway. Those are really great walkable neighborhoods because you can walk to downtown, restaurants, coffee shops, shopping, boutiques. You can walk down here, and then if you head south, and then if you're heading north from any of those, you can also catch Burnt Bridge Creek Trail, which I just recently did a video about, and you can catch that 8-mile trail going right through the city. So great for restaurants, walking, biking, trails, anything you could want to do. So this is the downtown area.
Join us.
Or I should say the new waterfront area. Join us. Boatmobiles.
See that in the background? Can you see the train? On the bridge?
I think so.
Train, planes, boats, and automobiles. This is where you come.
Yeah. You enjoying yourself?
I love it. Where to go in Vancouver?
Right now we are standing on the Grant Street Pier. It's a full suspension pier. So if you can pan around and show them the crazy cables that are holding us up right now. And you have some waterfront dining at Wildfin, Twigs, Maryhill, Barlow's Public House. Parking off in the distance. People playing chess, walking their dogs. So this is really a up-and-coming, really nice, as Jared said earlier, jewel of the Pacific Northwest, the new jewel of the Pacific Northwest. And you can see that you can go all the way out to the end of the suspension pier and look over the water that is right here. Now don't drop my phone, dear. Ah! And this gives you a good idea of what it's like right now in I guess we're about a year into COVID, with the vaccine coming out, with the county's numbers being pretty low. We have indoor dining open. You have people trafficking the bridge. It's just, it doesn't feel quite normal, but it feels close to it. The closest that it's felt in a year, I'll say that. So we hope you come and visit. If you are going to be working with me, i.e. Hal Byrd, and this is one of the places that I like to meet clients. We can head over to Maryhill, have a glass of wine. It's not too early in the morning for you, but it's just a great place to sit out on the patio, and we can start our tour off right here. So if that's something you'd be interested in, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in the Southwest Washington area, I would love to work with you and have you as one of my clients, which is a very exclusive privilege. We are taking off from the western developed part of Waterfront Way, and we are riding through the main area of the Vancouver Waterfront, which is a 35-acre high-density mixed-use urban development with a 7.3-acre Vancouver Waterfront Park. Now, the Vancouver Waterfront Park is to the west of I-5, and it's actually south of downtown Vancouver, and it's separate from the Fort Vancouver Waterfront, which is east of I-5, and has Joe's Crab Shack, which is now closed, and Who's Song and Larry's restaurants. That Fort Vancouver Waterfront is managed by the National Park Service as part of the Fort Vancouver National Historic Site. So just to give you an idea of how the two waterfronts connect. Now, this waterfront park down here connects all the way to Wintler Park, which is over 5 miles away. So you have nearly 100% waterfront trail that goes through the southmost part of Vancouver. And as we meander along Waterfront Way, and we are now at the intersection or crossing Grant Street, to my right you would have the Grant Street Pier, which we showed you. You'll see various public parking lots and street parking, which are free parking weekdays after 6 p.m. on the weekends and certain holidays. So I really like everything that's going on here in terms of bringing an attraction and a different aspect to Vancouver that we didn't previously have. That being said, with the level of development and restaurants and the attractions that are coming in, a lot of people are concerned that it's not as accessible to lower income citizens of Vancouver and may not really represent Vancouver as a whole. So that's just something to keep in mind. I'm look forward to seeing more public spaces and open spaces, because it really is a nice place to take in the waterfront, whereas previously we didn't have a lot of access for the public to experience and see different waterfront areas of Vancouver, despite the fact that our southernmost border is all of the Columbia River. So it's an exciting place. It's something that's going to be developed, and Jared and I often talk about how 3 years ago when we moved here, none of this existed. So this is all extremely new development, and it's going to continue probably for years into the future. There are some housing opportunities here in terms of condos and apartments, and you'll see ahead the I-5 bridge, which if you're commuting is the most common bridge to take for commuters commuting out of Clark County into Portland or Oregon State in general. And here you'll see this roundabout that we're approaching, which is the opposite end of the waterfront. So it will continue to expand and get longer as time goes on, and the developments on the eastmost side and the westmost side are completed. So we hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for some bonus nighttime footage coming up right now. So, took a little drive. We are down at the new waterfront.
Man, this kids.
First of all, how great is the weather right now? It's about, what time is it, 9:30?
This is like some Hawaii action.
It's 9:30, so we're gonna show you what it looks like. This block's for sale if any of you are commercial developers. And this is Twig's Bistro. And then you have second floor dining. And this is Wildfin. Jared, what did you think of the food at Wildfin?
Man, it seems like it's been a while, but I enjoyed it from what I can remember.
Me too. And then here we have What a Catch.
Can't spell milkshakes.
And then you have a whole park out here, so even during COVID, people are getting outside. We have limited capacity indoor dining. You've got apartments down here. You've got more restaurants down there, more wineries. Just a really great new development on the Vancouver waterfront. And this is what it looks like at night in April when it's, what's the temperature out? 70 degrees outside, 9:30 at night. Was this vibrant enough for you?
This is pretty live.
Can you imagine how packed it would be if it wasn't COVID?
Going back to the country.
So just wanted to give you a little glimpse as we're out and about. So hope you enjoyed it and get to visit. See you next time. Smile.
Yeah,
Just give me a quick one.
I don't need to.
Fine. Breakfast. Breakfasted? Breakfast?
Breakfasted.
So weird. So, did you enjoy our spotlight on some of downtown Vancouver's coolest attractions? We had Pearson Airfield, Fort Vancouver Historical Site, and the Vancouver Land Bridge, and the shiny new waterfront park. Leave your thoughts and future suggestions in the comments below, okay? Thanks for watching, and whether you're thinking about moving to, buying, selling, or investing in Greater Vancouver and Southwest Washington, shoot me a call or text to 360-818-4438 to find your home with Hal. Until next time, ciao!